Last up, we visit Mobility for Life, a public benefit organisation that takes on the task of delivering prosthetic solutions to the rural people of South Africa. Communities and patients are identified by the Mobility for Life project team. Once funding is secured and accessible, the project is initiated. Their upcoming projects include 160 patients in the Greater Rustenburg area and 30 patients in rural Potchefstroom.
Mobility for Life was formed as a concept in early 2013 by being part of a prosthetic practice, and then looking to deploy the particular technology and see what a difference I could make. I realized that we needed to create a public benefit organization to be able to get this technology into rural areas, because that was my target, that was my intent. So Mobility for Life was created and then officially was launched in October of 2013. The services provide the deployment of a prosthetic. So we have an amputee who lives in a rural area that doesn't have access to medical services, or more specifically prosthetic services. So Mobility for Life provides that technology to them. The duration of the service is something a little different, which is the community project. So the community project lasts from day of fabrication. Fabrication is when we give the guy the prosthetic and we fit it, and we extend the support to the patient for 12 months. Over the 12-month period, we see them on a quarterly basis. At the end of the 12 months, we give them a new socket and a new liner. By that point, we know that the amputee has settled with their prosthetic, their stump is stabilized, and with a new prosthetic on the go, we know that they're pretty much stable for the next 24 months. So the entire Mobility for Life service spans a 36-month period and a very, very concentrated 12-month support program during that period.
The modular technique that we use is a fairly new technique that was developed by a guy in Iceland. The technique allows us to manufacture prosthetics within an hour without having any infrastructure available or running water, electricity. This allows us to go to rural communities and manufacture the prosthetics in the community, which makes it more accessible to them. Care and assistance of the prosthetic manufacturing includes gait training and physiotherapy initially. That's part of the rehabilitation. Long-term wise, we would focus on prosthetic care, component care, and if need be, refitting of certain components. Prosthetic leg normally lasts between a year and 2 years, depending on the activity level and the aftercare of the patient itself.
A male amputee will say to us, after 6 months, what was it like getting this prosthetic? And he will say the following: I can get up now, I can hold my wife's hand and I can walk with her. I can dance with my wife. I can pick up my children. I can take my child into the kitchen, reach up to the cupboard, make them a cup of tea, get stuff for them out of their cupboard and support them. It's the human things that make the biggest impact and early impact in an amputee's life.
Koloi nchaisitse ke tsamaya ka ya sepetlele ba fihla ba mpotsa le tolele setse le file ba le ripa ba faka le leng ka hloka le letobana ke be ke tsamaya ka di-crashes ke sena lotso ke tsamaya ka di-crashes fela ke sa kgono ya gole jaanong jala ke kgono ya gole le gaufi mo ke nyakang gona ka gore jala ke tle ke hweditse lotso ke tlo phela gabotse ke tlo kgona go bereka ke tlo kgona go ria tšhelete gape ke kgona go bona le family jang ke kgona go ria everything e ke nyakang ka nako ke tsamaya.
For Mobility for Life, we wouldn't be able to exist without our partners, and they're the most exciting part probably about our deployment. So our partners are partners like MPPO, which is Marius Prinsloo Prosthetic and Orthotics. That's Marius. Michael Nell down in Cape Town, and Org Rautenbach from Mpumalanga. There are a number of others as well, but these are our main partners as prosthetists. From a technology perspective, OSA, and David Free from OSA South Africa is our main partner in this and supplies the technology to us. In identifying the patients that we have, we look into rural areas. So as the prosthetists that are contracted to us, they have many people that they know or are associated to them. We talk to them. We're able to then get lists of amputees which are living in rural areas. We then go out to the rural areas, identify the amputee, meet with them, put them into a project assimilate maybe 15 to 20 people, and we have a project on hand. The criteria, the guy has to have an amputated leg. Secondly, the projects, because we are CSI funded, the project must be geared towards or over and above 75% South African black amputees, which is fantastic, because really these are the people that require our help in rural South Africa. To make this organization work, we require funding. We have a model which looks at 3 sectors. Corporate CSI, and in this instance today we were fortunate enough to have Anglo-American here funding one of our amputees. We look at other corporates that have what we call social economic development funding. We're a registered PBO, so we're able to give points in that regard on the BE status. We also look at philanthropists, guys that go out and do work for the money that they have, and there are thousands of them across South Africa, and they do the most amazing work. And we create projects and we let them fund together with us, so they become our funding partners as well. And then participative churches that have community projects already in rural areas. They have funding that's available, they identify amputees, and we then collaborate with them and we go out and we do a project. Most of the people that we meet have been amputeed for between 2 and 5 years, and they've had no connection with an establishment that could or maybe provide them with a leg. Let's identify them, let's fund the projects, and let's go out and change their lives. That's Mobility for Life's dream.